Oops, sorry. So I think I was on mute. Could you hear what I was really saying? Nope, it's okay. I just realized I was on mute. Oh, I'm really sorry. I just realized I was on mute. So, just to begin, today we'll be discussing a very important topic, that is design thinking, coming up with solutions using having human behind. So, we are going to focus on designing solutions for human beings, especially with our market that we'll be working with. So today's session is going to be short and very brief, and this is just to prepare you to be able to compete very well and come up with innovative solutions that even when you present to the judges, it's going to impress them. And we know, remember, we are going to have a competition. We are going to have a competition where all of you, excuse me 1 minute. Yeah, so we are going to have a competition where all of you are going to compete, because we are also having other coders from Lamu, Nakuru, Mombasa, Nairobi. Depending on any solution you'll come up with, don't worry, we still have some time. We are left with 3 trainings, that is web applications. We are also left with data science training, and finally project launch and management. After those sessions, we are going to have an intense 3 months session where, depending on your area of interest, you'll be able to develop solutions. So don't worry, you're going to have mentors, you're going to have facilitators on each session that are going to guide you as you develop your solution. And one thing that really excites on this process is you are able now to put everything that you are learning, either in web development, in mobile application, cybersecurity, data science, all those aspects into developing a practical solution. So I would like to welcome you, all of you, today for today's session. It's going actually to be very brief. So I would like to share my screen. Actually, this is where I was sharing my screen, asking questions. I will not get response. Just realizing that I was on mute. It's fine. So let me share my screen and let me know if you are able to see it. Are you able to see my screen? Okay, I can see some messages streaming in. Margaret says no. Mutua says yes, yes, yes. So Margaret, try and see if you can, oh, Margaret is able to see it now. Awesome. That's really great. Thank you so much for letting me know. So we all know, or if you join a little bit later, I would like to take this time to take you through this project and the ultimate goals projects that you're supposed to develop. We know that with the coders at American Spaces, this project, there are some categories that you need to develop solution for you to be able to compete well and be among the best. And even apart from being the best, since December until October, you'll be learning a lot and also putting into practice what you've learned. So there are these actually there are 4 categories. There's a category in health, there's a category in economy, democracy, and security. These are 4 categories that you need to choose which area do you want to develop a solution from. So also, as we learn, I would like to encourage all of us to be able to think through, okay, I'll be able to copy this link, I'll share it on the WhatsApp group, I'll also share it on the chat during your own time. You can remind yourself about the project and the ultimate of the project, the ultimate goal of the project. Yeah, so as we also think and prepare to begin our project implementation, which will begin approximately in the next 3 weeks, 3 sessions after we've completed the training, it's important to start thinking along these solutions. Okay, I really like mobile development. Can I develop a solution in health? Health is very wide. Which sector? I really love economy. I really love democracy. What areas will you really like to show interest? So it's very, very important that you are able to know the category that you can select and also work on. There is also security. So I will recommend and encourage all of us to stick to these categories. That's where that's where actually the judging rubric, where also the judges will be getting the information from, just to judge whatever you'll be doing. So it's important to do that. So we felt it's very important that as you develop your solution, think towards your solution. We want you to develop solutions that people will use. And at some point, you can turn whatever you've done into a business or a startup, and you'll be able to get support. So I will just go direct to my slide. I'll also stop sharing, then share this again, just to be sure, I'm able. Okay, as I'm presenting, I would also like to inform you that we've started physical sessions. Tomorrow there will be sessions in Nakuru and Lamu running concurrently. This month we did a session in Mombasa, and we are also hoping to come to Nairobi. Actually, it's 11th March. We are going to have sessions on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So in the evening or tomorrow, you'll expect emails and messages on the group where you'll be able to fill in a form. And because of the COVID restriction, we'll only go with the first come, first serve, because will not be able to accommodate all of you who are over 70. Yeah, so, but some of you, apart from just even coming to the American spaces, you'll be able to join virtually. We'll ensure that all the sessions are able to run concurrently. Some will be able to get the opportunity to come physically. It will be great. Yeah, you meet some of your facilitators who have been training and supporting you, and they can help you more. So if you have any question, please feel free to put it on the chat, or you can unmute yourself as I present my PowerPoint. Anyone else? Anyone with a question? Okay, keep them coming. You can even ask towards the end, it's fine. I'll just dive into human-centered design and how we can use design thinking to come up with solutions for human beings. And one thing that I would like to encourage all of us, even just from the name human-centered design, these are designs that are specifically meant for users, and there are 3 stages that are, once you go through them, or you're able to think through them as you develop your solution, it will really, really help you come up with very great and innovative solution. Let me see, I can see someone just sent a chat message. Oh, Agnes is asking if she can join the Mombasa team. It's very, very okay. If maybe you'll be coming to Mombasa in the next month, 2 months, nothing changes, you're all coders at American Space. You can either join any session wherever you are. So you're very welcome. We'll be very happy to have you, Agnes. So no worries. That's very okay. Welcome. Fantastic. So I will proceed. Let me. All right. So just a simple definition of what human-centered design could be. It's a creative approach to solving problems, and also as we develop these solutions, we have humans in mind, and also we are able to empathize with our users or the environment around us to be able to come up with solutions. So there are different stages and categories that also it's very important for us, especially when we'll be having our final implementation. So these are some of the 3 key things that we can look into: the viability, desirability, and feasibility. So as we'll be developing these solutions, we need solutions, or we need to come up with solutions that are financially viable. Are you able to generate revenue? Are you able to employ others? So we should also consider that in mind. And some of you have been able to participate in our program At some point, you might be able to understand some of the judging rubric, how they always are. There is a question that asks you, how do you generate money from your solution? Yeah, so it's very important to do that. We also look at to technical, the feasibility, that is the technical functionality of your solution, your idea, your idea should be able to reflect the prototype or whichever functionality you wanted to implement, ensure it works. And also, do people really want to use your application? This means that have you been able to do your own research and be able to identify the exact user market or the target users who are going to use your application. So it's also very important to do this. But don't worry, towards the end, as we'll be finalizing to work on your solutions, we'll remind you this and also share this judging rubric with you. Yeah, so there are various areas that people use human-centered design. It could be products, services, even a simple example of chairs that we sit that you've currently you are using to sit. You find that office chairs, home chairs, they are different. This is someone who just thought and maybe had an opportunity to interact with people in offices, complaining about having a lot of problem with the backs. They need comfortable chairs, and they were able to design that rather than the company just bringing chairs for them. So it's very important that we know that in our daily life, even in some of the products that we use, a lot of human-centered design is used. So there are three phases of human-centered design that is very important that we can also have it in mind as we are able to develop this solution. We have inspiration, we have ideation, and implementation. So in inspiration, this is where, like, for example, you want to develop, like, assume, let me, of all the four categories that we've talked about, that we are supposed to develop solutions, that is security, health, democracy. I keep forgetting the other one, but the four. So let's take, for example, you feel that you really like democracy. You want to maybe help people get in the right information during election or even post-election. Even an app or a website that is able to share information, like any idea that you feel that you can use to support and help in the democracy category will be very good. Maybe at some point in your community, women during election, you find that they get abused because there's a lot of chaos, there's a lot of fights. Then this makes women in around the community or around the area you live vulnerable to some of these incidents, which may lead to some of them maybe being sexually abused, or even they're able to be bruised by some of the accidents that they go through, even the children, even the elderly. So how are you able to think, like, for example, during the inspiration phase, this could be something that you've experienced, your community members always experience. It could be during election, before election, and anything to do with rights. Maybe at some point people do not know. Yeah, it could not be necessarily election. It could even be some of the basic human rights that people need to know and they don't know. But you feel that you can develop a mobile application, you can develop a website, you can develop a web app, or you could come up with a security feature that they're able to learn that maybe the information is being compromised, the information is being used for election. Yeah, like, for example, in when we were having our election, you find that our politicians were able to use technology to, in one way or the other, lure or tempt us into voting for them, because they use this company. I hope you know it. Even Job mentioned it during his cybersecurity session, Cambridge Analytica, and they really mined a lot of data from our Facebook. Just these items that you see people like saying, you get a link asking you that click here and see how you look like in 50 years. It's such a cool thing, but as people do that, you could find that anyone who clicks, the company has access to all the networks that your people have, and their networks and their networks. So using that information, they're able to lure us and also even be able to influence how we are able to vote. So how you as a code at American Space be able to look around all those challenges and develop a solution in democracy, in health, and also in security. So this is a process where you are able to put yourself in the users, you are able to interact with them. Another thing could be like, for example, you want to develop a solution for maybe these people who hawkers who sell items. In your mind, you might think like, okay, these people might need to develop an app, people could deliver everything to them. But you find no, there's this very interesting solution that I always share. You find that there was an NGO that they came to Africa. I'm not sure, I can't remember which country, but when they came, they realized that the women in the rural area, they had a specific place that they could just go and fetch water there, and they could really take some time to go there. They could walk for long distance to go and fetch water from there. So for them, they felt like, okay, we might be able to reduce this distance for them by building a well that is near them or a borehole. So they came, they built the borehole, the well, and then they went. By the time they came back, they realized that the same women could leave the borehole that is near them to go to the borehole that was far. Then later, when they asked, the women said that they like going to the borehole that is far so that they have time to speak about their challenges, some of the programs they are running. So you find that the solution was good, but since the company did not even involve the people, they did not even ask the people, you find that these women were not able to use it. They just assumed. So I want to encourage all of us, let's not assume that if I develop a solutions for conductors, they will use it. Can you try maybe talk it to them, talk to them, and even have an opportunity to even interact with them, look at information online, talking about even acquisition of smartphone, talking about of even conductors, especially in your community in Kenya and all that. So by the time you have decided to make a solution, it could be a web app, a website, mobile application, something to do with security, data science. I want you to be very, let me find the right word. I want you to be very intentional in what you want to develop. Like if you're developing an app, you already have like statistics, you know who you want the app to be used by, you know like the age bracket, you know the smartphone penetration, you know even your community, you have recent data. So it's very important that we are able to go through that phase of inspiration. And then after that, we need to go to the next phase is the next phase is 1 second, let me the next session is the ideation. This is where after thinking through all those ideas, you're able now to sit down and even develop prototype. And what are prototypes? On this picture this picture here on the slide, you can see that this is something that is on paper that this lady has developed. Maybe this lady is trying to show, or she's developed a mobile application or a website. It could be a web application, it could be like a feature in security, it could be a data science tool. So this lady is able to write it on paper, and she's able to direct that you need to move from here, you need to go here, just giving direction. And these prototypes are very important. They help you narrow down your idea. So after you've been able to come, you think around all the solutions, you need to put them down into a prototype, and a prototype could just be a direction. Okay, if it's an app, when people open, this is what they need to see, this is what they need to go, this is where I want them to click. So such prototype and functionality is very important. And finally, the last part is the implementation. Once you've gone through that, and it doesn't have at some point to you involves you to go physically, there's a lot of data online you can look through about if it could be security, health, democracy. Just look at the information available, look at some of the challenges that Kenyans are going through around those categories, and you'll be able now to have a final part where you'll be able to implement. By implementing, this is where you are now building the real mobile application, the real website and all that. And remember, you are going to have a period of 3 months. And this is where we are all now going to break. What do I mean by breaking? What do I mean by breaking? This is where now, depending on your specialization, you feel that you're very passionate on the web. We'll have like a separate WhatsApp group for only people who are interested in web, only people who are interested in mobile application, in such a way that as you develop your solution, you have a mentor and a facilitator who will be able to help you and support you throughout the entire process. So actually, it's really going to be after the trainings, which are ending soon. It's going to be a very great experience, because I always believe that when you just learn this technology, you learn how to code, you don't work on a project, you'll absolutely forget. So this will be an opportunity for you to put whatever you've learned into practice. Yeah, so as I said today, I did not, there's no much of the session today, but basically that is what is expected of you as you also attend some of these remaining sessions at Coders at American Space. Like this Saturday, we are going to have web applications. We are going to have a developer who is very good and is working in He's working on projects on PHP and different platforms on PHP. He will assist us learn how to develop a simple web applications. And if this is something you feel that you really want to specialize on, yeah, it's an opportunity for you to develop a solution for that. So I would like to pause there and maybe welcome questions up to where I've presented, and also if you have something in general about the program, I will welcome you to ask. You can put it on the chat. If you also want to unmute yourself, please go ahead.
So the in-person class for Nairobi one is on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Yes, 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 it's going to be on 11. 11, that is on a Thursday. 12, that is a Friday. And 13, that is on a Thursday. And this is, we are working on sending these invitations to you. And for the in-person trainings, it's going to be based on availability. First come in, first serve. We are going to put in a form where we are going to accommodate the number that the American Space in Nairobi is able to accommodate, because we also need to be very careful with the COVID restriction. Yeah, so when we put out the form on the WhatsApp group, on email, be on the lookout, and if you're really interested, you can fill. And if at some point you wanted to come to the physical session and it is fully booked, we'll still do the Zoom session so that all of you can be able to attend.
So what time is it? Morning, afternoon, or evening?
Oh, it's going to be 10 to 12, only 2 hours. We are there's the space has organized some snacks, light snacks for you. You can come after the session, you can have some snacks, but it's strictly 2 hours.
Yes.
Oh, great. I'm also very excited. I look forward to meeting some of you physically. I'll take more questions.
I have a question concerning the same.
Hello, B, niko na session. I'm on a session.
Hello.
Sorry about that, Rose. I can hear that. Please go
Okay.
ahead.
I was asking, in case I chose to go to the space, like on Thursday, am I supposed to go for 3 days or once in any of the 3 days?
Yeah, you can decide to go on all the 3 days. You can decide to go on one of the days. But if you have time, you can go in all the sessions, because this is an opportunity for you even now to even learn more to some of the things that you are not able to learn. Ask many questions. The trainers will be there to help you. Yeah, so it's actually an intense training for the period that will be there.
Okay, okay. Again, my other question is, assume somebody has chose a project he or she wants to work on. Will we get a mentor who will be giving us guidance on what next?
Absolutely, yes. We have different facilitators who have been training these sessions. Like I've been training web development. some of you are interested in developing solutions in web development, I'll be there. We're also going to have other facilitators like Joan, Brighton, Kelvin, Joab, and also new ones that are coming in on board. So the reason why we are doing this is so that you can have quality time with your facilitators to be able to develop your solution and also advance your skill. So this will be a very, very great opportunity that I will request all of you not to miss it. If there is an area that there was a training, what you are going to do will send forms that you are going to submit, and then on these forms you'll be able to choose an area that you want to specialize, and we are going to create different WhatsApp group. These mentors are going to help you from start to the end to refine your idea, to put it into the final product. But I will encourage all of us, a lot of efforts will come from you. Do not expect the facilitator to do a lot for you, but all the support, all the mentorship when it comes even to debugging errors, solutions will be in the same WhatsApp group. They will help you. So I really hope you are excited as I am for the session.
Yes, thank you.
All right. I think Mutua raised, your hand is raised. Please go ahead.
I wish to ask, where will you be located in Nairobi if you plan to conduct those classes from Thursday to Saturday?
For the Saturday session, the American space is located at Moi University. The Moi University that is within the CBD. Do you know it?
I think it's along Tomboy Avenue.
Yes, yes,
I mean,
yes.
Tomboy Street.
Yes, yes, yes. When you
Well,
are there, I think it's on third floor or fourth.
So all classes will be conducted there.
Yes, yes, for the 3 days.
Okay,
And
thank
if
you.
at some point you have a question, there's an area you got stuck, you're going to be helped.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Shukran.
Oh yeah, Margaret, this is absolutely a very good question. Margaret is asking, will it be possible to share a document having all this information? Yes. Actually, we are finalizing on one because we also have to give you a timeline where you'll be working on your project, a timeline where you'll be submitting your project, a timeline where the judging will be, a timeline where the final project will be ending, where all of you are expected to join. So we are working on that. You should be able to receive it before the end of this week. That's a very good question. Okay, Jamila is asking mobile development. We were able to learn Codula platform, but there are also various platform. It could be Android, but also as you develop these solutions, bear in mind you have 3 months. You like maybe the facilitator can even support you learn other tools like Flutter, even doing native from scratch. But remember, with the 3 months, you also need to ask yourself, will I be able to actualize this? But because it's a prototype, it doesn't have to be a fully functional solution. With the help of your mentors, they'll guide you on the best platform that you can use so that you can display your solution. Yeah, so I hope I answered that, Jamila. And we have all these sessions are recorded and uploaded on YouTube. So even if you missed the first session that we did in December, you missed the session on January, we all have all of them on YouTube, and we'll share them with you. Okay. I can see Jamila. I think you are no Jacqueline. Your hand is raised.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Thank you for the opportunity. I have joined the sessions for the first time because
Okay.
for some reason, yes, I was not able to join the prior meetings. So I was inquiring, apart from learning the meetings and the nitty-gritties through YouTube, when we are going to have the in-session meetings, that is on 11, 12, and 13, will the facilitators try to kind of begin the sessions from the scratch, or the specific topics that they're going to be covering depending on the area of interest that you're going to have, like that is?
Yeah, so for the 3 sessions, there are some sessions that the facilitators will be doing them from scratch, where if you have your laptop, if you don't have your laptop, you can use the Chromebooks or the American Spaces. Yeah, but I'll recommend before you even join the physical session, just try and have a look at some of the videos where you are stuck. They will help you. They'll be there after the session that is 10 to 12. They'll be there like in the remaining day, in the remaining time, just to sit around. You can ask them questions, they can support you. Yeah, so it's possible there are some topics that will be repeated, but some new concepts are going to be introduced, or they are going to add other features that they feel they did not add in that session. And also even have time just to sit with you and even listen to your ideas, because these facilitators are very experienced, and I will encourage all of you to start thinking around your ideas, because you'll have 3 months. It's still a lot of time. Don't worry if you joined today, provided you have a good idea and you're really interested to learn, the facilitators will support you. They can give you an introduction, install for you all the tools, show you how to start, and then once they've helped you to kickstart, you'll find it very easy when to continue with the videos.
Okay, thank you so much. Another question, you have just told us that it's a competition whereby we'll be pitching our solutions. So my question is, for those people who will succeed, or maybe the winners, by any chance, does the program give them a seed capital to initiate the ideas, or what are the benefits particularly of this particular program or training?
That's a very good question, Jacqueline. There are some awards that we are putting together. This is still in consultation with the American Spaces, but there is awards for the innovative solutions, and these awards will not be monetary, but will be in like long term. Others could be, and also we are also going to, because all of you are going to get certificates, because we've been putting like a register for people who've been attending. So there's a specific percentage that once you've been able to attend and been able to work on project, you'll get certificates. And also we're also going to have awards that I'm very sure that we've come to an agreement. Some of you are going to be awarded trophies, and some of you are going to be awarded like permanent Play Store accounts. If you are a mobile developer, if you are a web developer, you're going to get web hosting that will really help you, and continuous mentorship from partners that we work with, and some that are working with the American Spaces and even with the US Embassy. Yeah, so some of these details we'll share with you. We just want you to focus on, actually the main idea for this is just the same way we've come together to learn. It's the same way that even after the program, we want you to continue learning, to keep this network together so that we can continue to learn. So let it be a learning journey. You develop solutions. Yes, at the end, we'll have to compete. Winners are going to be awarded, but we'll request you to be a bit patient. We'll be very detailed with you on what some of the awards will be.
Thank you so much.
All right, you are welcome. Okay, so because there is no any other question, I would like to thank all of you for joining this brief session, and I would like to welcome you in Saturday's session. It's going to be an amazing session. You learn how to develop web applications, learn from the best, and all these facilitators who are coming to this session, this could be an opportunity for you to network with them. They can even support you and even recommend you to some of the opportunities available. So let's keep following the communication that we share on WhatsApp group. If there's a session that you are required to attend, create time, because over 1,000 people applied, and specifically only 100 from each region were selected. So this is a very precious opportunity. Don't take it for granted. You don't know the many opportunities that will come. Okay, Rose, you are welcome. And I look forward to innovative solutions that all of you are going to develop. You'll have our 100% support. We'll support you to see that you've been able to develop these solutions to completion. And I hope this journey will be very exciting and a learning opportunity for all of us. Awesome. So I would like to end this session by wishing you all a very great evening. Let's see each other on Saturday. Stay safe. Bye.